Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome in. Sorry that we're late, but it's been a busy day. And as people are asking, is the live still happening today? Yes. So sorry if
Good
you left.
question.
Great question. Sorry if you left. And now hopefully you got the notification that it is indeed happening and we are live. We just had some technical issues here on our end with like this little monitor on the side here and stuff. But yeah, it's still going on. So let us know if you're here and excited. And then we'll kind of touch on what we're doing here today and we'll kind of update what's going on with this. We're excited about it. And we hope that you all are as well. Because I think it'll be a fun and different like type of live stream. And I'm just going to excuse my nose. I have a skin issue here with a pimple on my nose. So sorry. But Jordan is here. Welcome and thanks for being here. Haley and Tommy were supposed to be here but can't, which is okay. Thanks for being here in the chat, though. Feel better, Haley.
Everyone say feel better, Haley.
Feel better to Haley. But thanks for being here in the chat, guys. We appreciate it so much. Happy travel vlogs. As I said, hello, welcome. And Kennedy is here. Welcome, Kennedy. Thanks for being here. And Jason and Leah are here as well. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. And like we said, sorry that it took us a little bit longer to come on. And it was like 10 minutes late, but we just had to do some technical issues here on our end. Magical Castle is here. Welcome. And it's both of them, Anna and Elaine, here tonight, which is so fun. We received a package from them.
Yeah.
And today was so busy. It's under the Christmas tree, which is beside us. We didn't get to open it today because we were out all day. I'm hanging out with Sarah and Mike, which was fun, but we're going to open it tomorrow morning before we go on like a little day trip to see the Santa Claus parade. Yes, we are. We got time. We got this.
I'm stressed.
Heidi's all worried about time, but time is okay.
There's not enough time in the day. Does anyone else agree? And why does a weekend go by so fast?
It goes by so fast. Llama Floof says, I'll be okay with any outcome today. Auburn has hurt me enough. And Haley and Tommy say, roll tide. There we go. Don't say that to me. I guess there's a rivalry going on here. That is. Kim is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. So excited to be here for this live because I think this will be something different that we have not done, obviously. But it was something that we had, like over the pandemic, our friends on Instagram, Jess and Nico, did this, and we're going to have our little spin and twist on it. And I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun. So we'll see who else here. Steve is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Never enough time in the day. Steve agrees with you. But I am wearing my Magical Castle Christmas hat. I wanted to segue back to that, but you can use our code all the time. And today they're having a little sale to support small businesses on Saturday. So definitely go check them out for 20% off. We'll at the end of the live leave the little link there so you can go check it out. Heidi, you can put it in there now because
I'm not very good at doing the live thing.
Because you got to support small and they're just the best. And we love them so much and they have the best stuff. And it's the holidays now. And they just always have great stuff all year round. But stay tuned. This week, we're going to post a video showing all of the stuff that we got from them. And then I will put it in our story as well. So you can check that out, but we're excited. It's going to be so fun. So we'll leave that down in the little chats there down below. But if we're all ready, we're going to get into our topic of our live and I'll kind of explain it for those that saw the title and maybe weren't here last live stream to kind of understand like what we were talking about. But I'm going to pull up the other screen, which is right here. I was having a hard time, but we are doing Disney Knockout, and credit to Llama Floof for the name because we were kind of workshopping in our heads. I had thought about it and I was like, how can we do this in a Disney way? You know what I mean? So Disney Knockout is great. So as you see in the little thumbnail picture here, we got a bunch of characters going head to head, and that is essentially what this bracket is. Now we're known on our live streams here for doing brackets, and we've done lots of things, movies, sidekicks, villains, princesses, songs, couples, so many things. And we thought for this one, this could be the first part or just the only one, but we're kind of thinking to do maybe like multiple parts of this Disney Knockout. And what we're going to have happen is two characters will show up on the screen head to head, and it will be which one is the winner and which one is a loser. And that's essentially what we'll say about it. Right, Heidi?
Sure.
Does that make sense to anybody else?
Yeah.
Winner and a loser, Disney Knockout.
It's pretty obvious.
I know, but I just got, you know what I mean? I just got to make sure. And Caitlin and Austin, but Austin is here. Hello.
Hey,
I'm sure that Caitlin is here as well, either watching with Austin.
Maybe Austin's not.
Or maybe not.
Maybe they're in separate areas.
Maybe they're busy.
Who knows?
Who knows? Stay tuned over there for fun stuff as well. But we're going to get into this. I think that there's 40 characters in the bracket.
Is that a lot?
Which, like, I wasn't sure if it's a lot, but then when I kind of looked at it, I'm like, I feel like some of them are going to be kind of quick to go through. And then as we get further on, it might be a bit more difficult. But there'll be obscure characters. There'll be heroes. There'll be villains. There'll be sidekicks. There'll be so many things. And I hope that we're all excited about this. Of course, how this will go. Myself and Heidi will each have a vote, and so will everyone in the chat. If there's multiple people in the room with you, like, for example, Anna and Elaine, they could have 2 different votes, and they can leave both those different votes, and then we'll total them all up and see which one wins, and we will crown our ultimate victor here in this bracket. And then if we do more of these, we'll kind of maybe have, like, all the winners go head-to-head or something like that or something. But Caitlin's baking bread. Sounds
Nice.
Delicious. But all right, are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Heidi, you ready? Thumbs up for everybody ready. Also, be sure to like this stream. It helps us out so much. If you're new, consider subscribing to our channel. We'd love it so much, and we'd appreciate it. And stay tuned, like I said, this week for new videos, and we'll touch on that at the end of the live stream. I'm going to have a drink of water because it always happens where I chat, and then I'm, like, super thirsty. Jordan will be back. No worries. All right. Let's do this thing. We're born ready. Gracie. Oh, Gracie, we love you. We in our last vlog had our little like
I almost said
you're gonna say skipper, yeah. No, safari ride. The best safari we've ever had.
Yeah,
by
watch
far.
It.
And it was so fun. Yeah, Gracie, just the best at everything, to be quite honest. All right, let's do this thing. Where am I? I'm trying to go to this side.
Also, is anyone like, this does not have to do winter? It's like, it's so dark, and does it feel like it's midnight right now?
It does,
because it feels like it's midnight to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's just my side note. That's why I'm just sitting here like zoned out, I feel. So let's get in some Disney spirit.
Let's get it going. And our first round, and again, I wanted to like have this one first because, well, and actually this is random, but I'm glad that Grumpy's first because he's a good example of this.
Okay.
Grumpy versus Luisa from Encanto. And again, this is not who you like better. It could be, but it's in a knockout round. If they're in the ring,
who is beating
winner, loser, who is beating who? Now, Grumpy, you might think, oh, this is easy. Like, Luisa's big and strong, but Grumpy could have like his pickaxe in the mine.
Yeah.
He could get pretty angry.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I think that this might be kind of interesting where
you can take it as
you have to think that way.
It.
Yeah, you take it on face value, like seeing the two of them, or take it into account that, yeah, Grumpy could maybe use an axe. Luisa could throw some donkeys out there. Yeah. I don't know. So you're going to leave your votes. Heidi, do you know which way that you want to go with this one? What are you thinking?
To me, this one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to think about it much. It's Luisa. She's strong. You know that Grumpy, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Luisa could win.
See, and this is what I like about this is that the pickaxe would be a toothpick to Luisa because it's so small and she's so big. It's fair. But Grumpy has no quit, says Steve. I don't know. I think I'm also going to go Luisa again. Big, strong, tough. I also think.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Go ahead.
I think that she might get to a point where she's very like, you know, kind of tired of it. And might just kind of like in her song, she kind of cracks a bit, you know?
Yeah, but then she gets over it.
I know, but I'm saying that she could have this in the ring where she seems nice and sweet, but then she really just gets going. Gets mad, you know? Which, So I'm going to go Luisa as well. 2 votes over here for Luisa. Haley and Tommy starting off our votes with Luisa as well. Magical Castle agrees. Gracie says that she's going Luisa because she scares me. Very funny. Happy Travel Vlogs also for Luisa. Jason and Leah, 2 votes for Luisa. Llama Floof, Luisa in the KO. Kim and Austin also voting for Luisa. And Jason says Luisa smashes Grumpy with her pinky finger pickaxe, a non-factor against her. I love it, Jason. Jason always has a good breakdown. Bella Swan, welcome. Thanks for being here. Says Grumpy and hello. I think this will be fun. I'm excited as we go on because I think there's obscure, random, but also heavy hitters, and we'll see how it factors in. But Luisa so far, we'll leave a few more minutes here. 25 friends here. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like the video, like I said earlier, and consider subscribing if you're new. Kay is here and cannot wait. I'm so glad that you're here. Did I miss Olaf? You did not. This is our first round, and Olaf may be on this bracket, which is fun. So you did not miss Olaf. Olaf is here, Sarah.
Is that Sarah?
That is our yes. I
But
for
I
one
saw the
second
name, I'm like, who is
because I
this?
remember
Let's
from
check it out.
last time, same thing, and then it
Yeah.
was Sarah,
And then it's the Olaf.
the Olaf, because we talked
Oh,
about
yeah,
Olaf
it's
today.
Olaf.
We got to hang out with Sarah and Mike, and Sarah is my friend that I met on the cultural exchange program. For those that don't know,
Yeah.
and it was so great. So Louisa moving on against Grumpy. Next up, Stitch versus Basil from the Great Mouse Detective. Very interesting matchup. Again, this was all random, so I don't even know which ones are coming next. I only knew Grumpy and Louisa because it was the first one that was up. But again, Stitch maybe has some blasters. He is an alien. Basil, smart detective. He's a mouse or a rat. I guess he's a mouse. Ratigan's a rat. I don't really know what you think. I think this one's also kind of lopsided. I'm going Stitch pretty easily, I would say. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going Stitch too, but
I mean, that Basil might be smart to know like a strategy. He might like
Yeah.
observe the ring and see like, what can I do here? But Stitch is an alien, you know? Yeah, like I'm saying here,
Yeah.
like Llama Floof, Stitch is going to go crazy.
you could just like eat him or something.
Oh, right here. Stitch. Yeah, he's just going to go crazy in the beginning. Haley and Tommy say Stitch has a ray gun, so definitely Stitch. 2 votes over here for Anna
Right,
and
like,
Elaine
he
for
could eat
Stitch.
him.
He could. Oh, they're all coming so fast and furious. Stitch is going to go crazy. Yes, Stitch easy. Basil says Kay, love the Great Mouse Detective. Happy Travel Vlog says Stitch, and so does Kim. Bella Swan says Stitch because he would creep him out. Tyler, welcome. We were just talking about Tyler today, me and Sarah. Stitch all the day. He can lift like 3,000 pounds. 626, Forky M Dance, welcome, and says ×2. Gracie also votes for Stitch. Llama Floof says that the Brawn wins this battle over the brains. Sorry, the brains. Didn't Jumba say Stitch was indestructible? Enough said. Yes, Jason. Stitch will eat him, says Sarah. And Austin says Stitch easy. And Llama Floof says, though, that Basil would lose to Grumpy if that was like the 2 losers going up against each other. That's fair. Stitch.
2 losers. That's mean.
Well, that's we talked about winners or losers. I'm just being honest. It's very different for us. We're usually like, you know, happy over here, and now we're doing a knockout battle, but it's fun. Stitch, pretty easily moving on. Next up, Anger from Inside Out and Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, and he was in the thumbnail, and I was excited about it because I was like, kind of random and like obscure. Again, for maybe like people haven't seen Phineas and Ferb, I feel like that it's a pretty known show, right?
Yeah.
And then Anger from Inside Out. Which way do you want to go with this one, Heidi?
Perry.
I'm going Perry too. Perry's like sneaky.
Jinx.
But then this was like my only thing was that, like Bella Swan said here, it just jumped up on me. Where am I at here?
Right there.
Right here. Yes, because Anger's on fire.
I'm excited for the new movie.
The new show, like the Inside Out. I thought that you meant like Phineas and Ferb because they're doing like a reboot of that.
Yeah, what is that going to be? Because I'm a bit confused.
I don't know.
Because at the end, it didn't make sense.
We shall see. But Bella Swan is voting for Anger. Llama Floof says Perry always finds a way. Agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy Travel Vlog says Anger. Gracie says Perry. He's smart. Look at this. Perry, I think he'd outsmart him and smother his fire. Very good. Agent P for sure. ×2.
Agent P.
Perry is a sneak. Perry in round 7. And Kim is voting for Perry. Perry the Platypus. Maybe he's the darling of the bracket. I always like when there's like a darling or like a Cinderella story of the bracket, you know?
Now I'm trying to think. Where is that? I need to message my brother. On
Steve
our Disney trip, my brother got a Perry the Platypus and like would carry it around all the time. Does he still have it?
I don't know, but like
have you seen it?
No, but they used to have.
I think he had the cute one.
Oh,
like the cute one.
Yeah, because they used to have a thing at Epcot when it was like his little like scavenger hunt pretty much around Epcot. Now it's like a DuckTales one, but it used to be Perry the Platypus.
You better still have that.
I don't know if I said Austin voted for Perry, Steve votes Anger, Sarah voting for Perry, and Jason says Perry has many tools and gadgets to neutralize and get around the fire in addition to being craftier than Anger. I love this live stream already, that people are getting so like detailed and descriptive, and this is just so fun. Perry the Platypus, moving on. This also seems very Hunger Gamesy because we just watched the movie.
Oh my gosh.
That this is like, you know,
the Hunger Games.
Ooh.
I just can't.
Baloo from the Jungle Book versus Simba. And then we have Godzilla coming in the chat voting Avatar. And now I'm like, is this Mike? Because Mike, remember the Godzilla shirt today? And we talked about Avatar. Is this Mike? Maybe it's not Mike. And if it's not Mike, then Godzilla.
That's so funny.
But it could be. Who knows? But we got Baloo versus Simba.
Simba, I feel. Yeah.
See, look at
How did you know that? That's so weird.
Hey, because Mike, me and Mike, I get you, Mike. We talked about Avatar. Remember, we're like, is that Disney in this bracket? And I said no, because it's kind of like, then we'd have to do Marvel, Star Wars. It'd be too much.
Wow.
Mike, I got
You're
you.
like a detective.
I'm
gonna say, oh, that's interesting, Haley.
I know. I just think here, Simba, like, I think I would say that when Simba was angry about Scar, I think that he would.
He was a baby.
No, like when he's older later? And he came back and it was like, you're going down, Scar. I'm voting Simba. Because again, like a bear and a lion, they're both like tough animals, but.
Do you like when Baloo gets mad though?
I don't know. I know.
But I don't know if he seems scary enough.
It's tough. And Steve has some points here. So we'll maybe pull to the chat. And then if you want, you can give your answer. You already
Simba,
got?
Yeah.
For Simba? Okay. Mm-hmm. Haley and Tommy say Baloo. I think that Simba spent too many years eating grubs to beat a bear. Very funny. Happy travel vlogs. Yeah, this one might be close. Simba. Llama Floof says, Simba has a family history of losing to other animals. Oh, boy. Forky votes for Simba for sure. Baloo is lazy. Llama Floof says Baloo all the way. Magical Castle, 2 votes for Simba. Madison, welcome and thanks for being here, is voting for Simba. Steve says Animal Planet says a bear would win this fight. Agreed. Baloo.
That's interesting.
Gracie votes for Simba. Kay votes for Baloo. Kim votes for Simba. And Tyler votes for Simba. And Jason says also have to factor in the personalities, not just bear versus lion. I think Baloo could out-anger Simba. Baloo for the win. Interesting. I like it. Maybe we're seeing like a side of Baloo that maybe we would like didn't really know. But I guess he like does he like in the movie get angry?
I thought he did.
Maybe he does. I mean, he did go toe to toe with Shere Khan for a minute there.
That's what I mean.
Austin votes for Simba. Are you changing your vote?
No.
No?
Me?
You're sticking? Yeah.
No, I am sticking.
I think so far Simba's winning, but this was kind of close. Some people voted for Baloo, which is good. I thought that this, like on first glance, was easily Simba, but maybe I'm just like not factoring in that a bear is maybe tougher than a lion. Right? I guess. Animal Planet, I gotta look it up.
Or the personalities, like
true.
Jason
which will come into effect, I'm sure, in every matchup. So Jason, I like that you said that. But Simba is moving on in this round. Amy is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. We have Panda May from Turning Red, specifically when she's the panda. And in that movie, she did get angry a few times. And she was kind of scary, I will say, when she was angry. Versus Robin Hood. And of course, Robin Hood is an archer, you can see here. But he's like...
Katniss.
Yeah, Katniss Everdeen of Disney, I guess. But he's more like a nice guy, steal from the rich type of vibe. But again, maybe in a situation against Panda May, in a ring, that tune would change. Which way do you want to go with this one, Heidi?
Panda May.
Yeah, why Panda May?
She gets mad.
She does get pretty mad.
Really mad. And she's also like...
I don't like remember the specific details of why she's mad. I'm sure it's at her mom.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? And she's like very angry. And she's pretty big.
Yeah,
right? Like can't she grow really big? Like I'm like she's not always
that was her
huge.
mom, I think, that could grow really big.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler.
Okay. No, yeah, sorry. Spoiler. I haven't seen Turning Red.
Hopefully you've seen it.
Let's see what the chat has to say.
Wait, what did you vote for?
Oh yeah, I didn't vote. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go Robin Hood because I think it's kind of one of those things that like if Panda May can grow super big, or even if not, like Robin Hood just needs one good arrow. You know what I mean? One good shot.
If she had arrows, she could shoot them.
I know, but she doesn't. She's Big Panda May.
Okay.
Robin Hood's got the arrows, so I'm going Robin Hood. Quick, sneaky. That's my vote. Robin Hood.
Okay. Wait, so you're running Robin Hood.
Yeah. Bella Swan says May because she's a panda who can maybe who can grow because big and evil, or maybe just she's big and evil. Yeah.
Maybe.
Haley and Tommy, Robin Hood, those archery skills, he wouldn't even need to get close. True. Magical Castle says Robin Hood ×2. He has a sneaky side. I like it. Steve, Robin Hood. Way too crafty to lose. Sarah votes for Panda May. Those hormones, I mean, can go crazy sometimes. Tyler votes Robin Hood. He's underrated. Llama Floof, Robin Hood, shooting at the eyes and can easily outmaneuver her. Kay and Jason and Leah voting for Robin Hood. Jason, Robin Hood for long range weaponry. Austin's laughing at Sarah. Very funny. Kim is voting Panda May. Happy Travel Vlogs is voting Panda May. She's gangster when she's mad. LOL. Very funny. Forky M dances Robin Hood. He's sneaky and crafty. Definitely outsmart a teenager. LOL. And Austin says May should shake off the first arrow and smush him.
True.
Very true.
She would
Interesting.
shake off the arrow. Actually.
Robin Hood for Amy, and Kim agrees with Sarah. There we go. Who wins this one, Heidi?
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood taking down Panda May.
Oh.
Again, I like that there's random characters in here. Hopefully that I picked some fun characters who maybe could do well, but also some random ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Robin Hood moving
mix. A good mix.
Ooh, next up, some angry boys here. The Beast versus Donald Duck. Now, I had hoped that maybe Donald would go up against somebody who wasn't the Beast.
Yeah, I feel like the Beast is a bit hard to go
because
against.
Donald, I wanted to vouch for him that if he was angry, he could kind of get very mad and maybe do some damage. But when this happens here and it's the Beast, I think that the Beast.
I'm gonna vote for Donald.
You are gonna vote for Donald?
I don't know. Am I allowed to?
Yeah. Hey, if you like whatever way that you want to vote, Heidi. I try to pick an angry-ish.
I have to vote right.
Yeah.
But like it's sad.
I'm sad because I wanted Donald to have a shot here at somebody. You know?
How is it? Okay. Yeah.
Again, it was all just random. I didn't pick these because, like I said, if I could have picked them, I would have put Donald up against somebody, not the Beast, to hopefully have a chance. But sadly, because I would like to vote for Donald, I'm going to vote the Beast.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like Haley and Tommy, I think said, here's the Beast, easy W. I think that it'd be pretty easy. Donald would do his like thing and kind of swing his fist around it, and then the Beast would just like, see you later, unfortunately. Kennedy votes for the Beast. Llama Floof says that duck. Llama Floof says that duck gonna taste good. Very funny. The Beast. Poor Donald. Austin votes for the Beast. Happy Travel Vlogs. Yay. Voting for Donald. Tyler says Donald is my favorite, but Beast obviously takes it. Kay and Jason say the Beast all the way. Magical Castle says we love Donald, but the Beast, he took on a pack of wolves in the movie. Very true. So 2 votes there for the Beast. Beast would destroy him, says Amy, Sarah, and Kim, all voting for the Beast. I think that the Beast is gonna maybe go kind of far because, again, scary, big, tough guy. But the Beast moving on. Poor Donald. Yeah, like I said, I think that maybe in some other matchups here, Donald could have taken it. Like, would you take Stitch or Donald? Still Stitch. Because he's an alien?
No, because he's like aggressive.
I'm trying to think that who would be a good, like, Donald could take that we've done so far. Basil?
Yeah.
From Great Mouse Detective? Probably. 4KM Dance votes for the Beast. Who else have we had?
I don't remember.
Panda May? You got Donald or Panda May?
No, Panda May.
Oh, maybe I underestimated that. I thought that Donald could be kind of tough.
Who else was in this?
So far, Grumpy?
Remember.
Donald or Grumpy?
Donald.
A matchup of the Grumps?
No, can Donald take anyone? Now I'm confused. He's just mad.
But I just think that his anger could really... See, yeah, I agree, Llama Floof. I think Donald could take down Grumpy.
But Grumpy's also mad. Jake's...
Mike really wanted Avatar in here. Next time, Mike, I'll put an Avatar in here for you.
We're gonna do only
avatars, and Mike will be a guest.
Yeah,
Mike, you can come on.
You'll come on.
We'll do Jackie Ogden versus the Doctor from the like the Flight of Passage pre-show, but the Beast.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, Thomas O'Malley versus Tigger. Very interesting. Kind of 2 cats. A toy tiger and a real cat. Thomas O'Malley. I don't know. I'm voting.
He can be mean.
Yeah, but Tigger's bouncy. He's got the hops. He's got the highest vertical in this whole bracket.
I'll just go like this to him.
I don't know. Tigger can pounce also. Right?
Yeah, but he's not aggressive enough. He can't get aggressive.
I guess. So you're factoring in like aggression that potentially.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
But that's what I'm saying.
Laugh.
But again, Jason says he's an alley cat. So that's he ultimately has a little edge.
He's like this.
A little edge. But Llama Floof saying Tigger would keep bouncing until Thomas gets fatigued. Tigger in a close one. Which way do you want to go then, Heidi, before you're saying Thomas? I'm voting Tigger. I agree with
not.
Yes, I agree with this point that Tigger could bounce around.
It won't even be a fight. He'll just bounce.
Yes.
But then Thomas will just sit and wait.
I guess you're right. Okay. Okay.
It's not even gonna get.
I'll vote for Thomas O'Malley because again, I'm gonna stick with the alley cat thing that Jason said. Yeah. So Jason's voting.
Hold on.
Jason's voting for Thomas O'Malley. Llama Floof is voting for Tigger in a close one.
What did you vote for?
Thomas O'Malley, because you convinced me. Kay's voting for Thomas O'Malley. Tyler is voting for Tigger. T-I-double-G-R. Haley and Tommy voting for Thomas O'Malley is a back alley cat. Scrappy as heck. He's got experience. I like it. Thomas says Fark M Dance. He's an alley cat with street smarts. Steve and Kim are voting for Tigger. Magical Castle. 2 votes for Team Tigger. And Tommy says Tigger. Kennedy and Sarah all voting for Tigger as well. Tigger's got that dog in him.
Rough.
Apparently.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, are we stopping it? Is that it? More Tigger.
More Tigger. Happy travel vlogs.
Then Tigger won.
For Tigger. I always give it like a few seconds here because sometimes it's like delayed for people or for like we're delayed. I'm not sure. But this was a good little matchup, I think, here. It's like 2 cats. I like how this has shaken out. Again, this is random, except for 2 of them. I had to like have them like
pass.
Yeah, get a buy, and we'll get to those once we get to them. But
Tigger in the upset.
Tigger in the upset, I agree. I was gonna say next
like some bells
next bracket, I am gonna bring in some sounds. We're gonna have like upset or
ding,
like
ding, ding.
you know those kind of things. But Tigger taking the W. Moving on. Do you want to introduce the next 2 while I have a drink here, Heidi? Who's that?
We have Tarzan on the one side and a character from Zootopia that I don't know the name of.
Stop.
I don't know his name. Wait, let me think.
Think about this story. The kid with the pin at the Animal Kingdom bird show the one time saw my Clawhauser pin, wanted it, and said it was this guy.
Chief Bogo.
Yes.
This is Chief Bogo?
Yes, Tarzan versus Chief Bogo. And I specifically picked from Zootopia Chief Bogo because he's got some girth to him. You know, he seems like, and he'd get angry.
Tough guy.
A tough, angry guy. But I think this is a tough one.
No, you were just going to say you think Tarzan will beat him.
No, but I was going to say, but also Tarzan's tough and could get angry.
Yeah.
And this is what I was going to say is that I think that Tarzan more so would fight like he's got nothing to lose. He's going to go out there swinging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tarzan's crazy. Like he can go hard.
I just laugh at these because this bracket's so funny to me. But like this, Tarzan takes down a wild jaguar. So he for sure take a domesticated animal.
True. That's actually
very
true.
Funny. This bracket is so funny to me. I love this theme. I think it's so funny.
I was going to say Chief Bogo, but now I'm maybe not.
No, I'm voting Tarzan. It's got to be Tarzan.
Yeah, fine. I'll vote for Tarzan.
Tarzan fighting like he's got nothing to lose. Steve says maybe the one human who would win this fight is Tarzan. Yes, and Haley and Tommy, like I said, he took down a jaguar. Magical Castle. 2 votes for Tarzan. Amy says that Bogo would just ram him with those horns. Tyler says that Tarzan's got that dog in him, and Tommy says he also has a spear. True. Alon Floof says that Tarzan would swing on the horns and bring that dude down for the pin. Kay is voting for Chief Bogo. Austin for Tarzan. Jason says that I know that he can't vote against a Zootopia in the first round. Chief Bogo. I know that's fair. Chief Bogo. I had to put some Zootopia in there for me and you, Jason, and I thought that Chief Bogo like maybe stood a better chance than like a Nick or a Judy. So hopefully I did you proud with the Zootopia representation here. Kim's voting for Tarzan. Happy Travel Vlogs is voting for Chief Bogo, and Kennedy coming in with a vote for Tarzan. Again, I thought that this one, like seeing it at first, was kind of maybe like a bit closer, but I guess Tarzan coming out pretty easily on top. Next up, Buzz Lightyear, specifically the toy, not like Lightyear from Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear, the Andy's toy, versus the Cheshire Cat.
This is an interesting one.
Very interesting.
I feel like Buzz
Forky
would
says
like
Tarzan, do his
laser him in the eye or something. But like he would just try to like go.
But I think that Cheshire Cat is the ultimate sneaky. Like he is just a sly guy, you know?
But he's plastic.
Buzz?
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying, but Cheshire Cat is like sneaky.
But
he like moves around.
So
and then maybe hop on him and turn off the power button. I don't know. This one's tough. I really wanted to vote for Buzz in some capacity because I love Buzz. And I think he in some ways as well has a lot of experience, you know, taking down Zurg and all those things. Cheshire Cat is kind of just a sneaky, sly guy.
This one's hard.
I'm going to ultimately trump and say that Buzz has that laser beam, even though, like Llama Flu said, that Cheshire Cat could just like disappear and come behind and turn it off. I'm thinking that Buzz is pretty good and maybe just, laser.
Yeah, because if he did the laser, like would Cheshire Cat like that? Like, because he's a cat, would he just be like,
Oh, that he'd follow the laser?
mm-hmm.
And then Buzz could come in and karate chop him because he has that function?
Is that function?
I'm voting Buzz.
Maybe I'll vote for Buzz then too, if he does that move.
Specifically the laser to distract Cheshire Cat and then karate chop. That's your rationale. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Very parched.
Yeah, me too. Caden, welcome in, says Tarzan from the last round. Happy Travel Vlogs is voting for Buzz. So is Kay. Llama Floop, like I said, says that he would just come in around and turn the power button off of Buzz.
Oh wait, I should be taking track. Hold on.
We got me and you are Buzz, and then Happy Travel Vlogs and Kay. Llama Floof is voting for Cheshire Cat. Austin as well. Cheshire Cat is too smart. Magical Castle says that Buzz Lightyear with the laser beam for sure. Tyler says that cat would be too creative for Buzz. Amy votes for Cheshire Cat would lead him to a pit or something. Very creative. Haley and Tommy say Cheshire Cat would trick Buzz into a trap or something. Buzz would just pew pew fake lasers. Fair. Jason says a tough one, straight up fight Buzz, but Cheshire Cat can phase in and out and teleport. Vote is for Cheshire Cat. 4GM Dance voting for Cheshire Cat. Older and Sneaky. Kennedy and Caden and Kim all voting for Cheshire Cat. And Austin is crediting you, Heidi. Damn, that's a good point.
Thank you, Austin.
But Llama Floof says that Cheshire Cat isn't falling for a laser beam.
Maybe he will. Don't know until it happens. Okay, well, anyhow, you'll be happy to know Llama Floof, Cheshire Cat took the win.
Cheshire Cat taking down Mr. Buzz.
It was a close fight.
Lightyear.
Actually, didn't actually come down close, but.
Next up, Sully versus Kim Possible, who I used to love. I loved that show. And for those that don't know the show, she's basically just like a teenage.
To be honest, I didn't watch
like spy, like sort of thing, but she knows like karate moves, has some gadgets, but this is kind of not a fair draw. Again, if Sully got very angry, he's already like a scarer. I think that this is just pretty.
He's kind of a softie.
I know, but what if I don't know, if he is provoked or something makes him upset? I just think
agile.
She is pretty agile. He's just big and he's a monster. Look at his teeth. He's got claws. He's strong.
I don't know.
Are you voting for Kim Possible?
No, I'm just saying.
You're just trying to explain that I can't discredit right away.
You can't discredit. Well, everyone else is discrediting.
I don't know. So you're voting Sully? I'm voting Sully easily.
I'm voting for Sully. Sorry.
I think it's pretty easy. Let's see what the chat has to say. Austin just said LOL, which is funny upon seeing this. Steve says it's impossible for Kim. Sully, 100%. Tyler and Kay voting for Sully. Magical Castle says that Sully because Mike has been training him for this moment. Very true. Haley and Tommy say, oh, I love Kim Possible, but Sully is an 8-foot-tall monster. She's a goner. Agree. Sully can get very angry. Llama Floof says that Kim Possible touches him and it becomes a 23-19. There you go. Kennedy.
23-19.
Oh, sorry. That's what I mean. That's what I meant to say. I read it, but I said it in my head correctly. Thank you, Heidi. Kennedy and Amy voting for Sully. Sarah votes for Kim Possible. Sully would be too slow. Kaden and Austin voting for Sully. And Haley and Tommy say Kim only maims and traps. I don't think she could pull the trigger. There you go. Very true. Kim Possible wins with the help of the hazmats. And KP is one of my all-time favorite characters.
Now I'm like, should I have been writing this?
But Sully just got too strong in a fight, and Kim votes for Kim Possible.
I wasn't keeping track.
I think it was Sully because there's a lot of Sully at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Kim had some good votes though here. She put a good fight in. Mm-hmm. But just with this draw, I think that it was a tough one for Kim. But I think that Kim also Kim could take down Cheshire Cat or something, I just think it was an unfair shake for her going up against a monster. Sully. All right. We're now doing the next round of this side, which will then factor in our character from the bottom that got a bye. I'm pretty sure is how this will work. But we got Louisa going up against Stitch in this round. And Tyler hopes that Sully faces the Beast. I think that may be potentially coming. Which way do you want to go in this? Again, Louisa big and strong, Stitch small, crafty, kind of wild. I think this one's kind of close. Again, I think that when you're big and strong, if you're not going up against somebody kind of like
equal
or the same, I think it's hard. Like when you're big and someone's small, like Stitch is quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if he has like laser guns.
Oh, people are voting for Stitch?
Yeah, I'm also going to vote for Stitch.
Really? I'm going to vote for Louisa.
Louisa, because she's the strength factor.
Yeah, like she's really strong.
Like one punch and stuff. You know?
Yeah, like I think she can handle it.
Okay. I'm voting Stitch because again, alien, laser beams, if we're factoring all that in, quick,
but he's like,
and kind of wild.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay.
You can stick with Louisa. That's fair.
Hello.
She's strong.
She's my girl.
Kay votes for Stitch. Haley and Tommy voting for Stitch. Caden says Stitch. He's got that dog in him. I love it. Magical Castle says Stitch. Louisa probably couldn't handle his chaos. Agree. Amy votes for Stitch. Louisa has a tough exterior but would get scared, kind of the same as Magical Castle says. Llama Floof says the blood wounds caused by Stitch would be too much for Louisa. Austin and Tyler vote for Stitch. Happy Travel Vlogs. And Kennedy vote for Louisa. Sorry. And Steve and Sarah vote for Stitch. And Jason says that strength is equal. Stitch through cars, but Stitch indestructible. Stitch. Fair. Kim is voting for Stitch as well. A lot of love for Stitch. A few votes, though, for Louisa. Skylar, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Is voting for Stitch. Again, if you're just hopping in and you're just joining us, we are doing a Disney knockout battle. Winners and losers head-to-head to decide the ultimate winner of this round of the bracket. And if you're just joining us, be sure to like it. And if you're watching later, thank you so much. Because I know that a lot of people watch these later. And I think that like this is kind of like people's version. Someone said this, that it's like their version of like a podcast, but it's like a video, which I appreciate. That's so fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stitch taking on Louisa in that round. Next up, Agent P, Perry the Platypus versus Simba.
Perry,
the darling of the bracket.
Perry's got it in him.
Why Perry?
Well, because I don't think Simba, like it'd be different if it's a different character, maybe, but I don't think Simba has it in him compared to Perry.
Like, do you think that like smarts here that Perry is more cunning and smart?
Yeah.
Simba's obviously bigger and a lion. But I'm also gonna vote Perry. I think that Perry's got some gadgets. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Perry. I don't really know if that's like accurate, like a lion versus a platypus.
It's not the lion and platypus. It's Perry and Simba.
I know, but I'm just saying that Perry's a different kind of platypus. He's like, tough. I'm gonna vote for Perry.
Perry's so cute too, though.
Like I really I like when he's on his floor and then he goes.
Like I'm serious. We better have that stuffy. Like seriously, I'm gonna take
that Zach gun.
Yeah,
I love that at Jollywood Nights, you can meet Phineas and Ferb like at Hollywood Studios.
Currently,
yeah, Phineas and Ferb for like the Jollywood Nights thing.
I'd love to meet them.
I'm gonna vote for Perry though as well.
Okay.
Let's see. Amy votes for Perry. Easy. Llama Floof. Perry. Kay is voting for Perry. Tyler says I usually run to these in the morning. That's so sweet. Thanks, Tyler. We appreciate that so much. Magical Castle votes for Perry. Haley and Tommy say Perry can outwit. Skylar, Agent P for sure. Happy Travel Vlogs with a vote for Simba. Jason with a vote for Perry. Agent P, Kim, and Austin voting for Perry. And Steve with a vote for Simba. But I think the darling of our bracket here so far, Perry the Platypus. Moving on. Would he take down Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Yes, always does.
Always. Yeah, that's what you say. Always does. Perry. Moving on. Next up, Robin Hood versus the Beast. I mean, I think it's got to be the Beast. I think this is hard because I think we like I used the logic before that Robin Hood has the arrows and stuff with Panda May, but I think that the Beast is tougher than Panda May.
But I think Panda May could have handled the arrows as well.
Okay, but I think that if you thought that, then you know that the Beast could handle them. Like the Beast could get a couple arrows in him and he would be shaking it off.
Yeah, we have to go with the Beast, unfortunately.
Right? I don't know. Maybe we're overlooking the long if Robin Hood stays kind of far away, but how many arrows would he have to get the Beast with, and how far can he stay away? The Beast, I think, is also underratedly quick.
Yeah,
and fast.
He's fast.
So I'm voting Beast. I think this one is pretty easy for me, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what the chat has to say. Kay is voting for the Beast. Magical Castle is voting for the Beast. Sorry, they jumped on me. The Beast. Steve is voting for the Hood. So crafty. Beast is slow and can be outwitted. Amy says the arrows wouldn't affect the Beast. Llama Floof says Robin Hood could shoot as many arrows as he wants, but the Beast survived pitchforks and knives. Exactly. Kim says the Beast. Skylar says the Beast. And Austin says so could have May. I'm so sorry, Austin. Maybe I discredited Panda May. I'm sorry. Haley and Tommy said the Beast would just pluck out the arrows, breaks my heart, but the Beast. Yes, Haley loves Robin Hood. I was going to say, Haley, I thought of you today that I saw that like they're doing Robin Hood Funko Pops. I don't know if you're still into Funko Pops or in any way after the Alien remix stuff, but they have like a whole line. There's like Little John and Prince John and Robin Hood and like Maid Marian. Yeah, thought of you. So
That's fun.
there you go. Happy Travel Vlog says the Beast. Tyler says the Beast. So does Sarah. And Jason says Beast closes the distance quickly and mauls Robin. Beast wins. There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself, Jason. The Beast pretty handedly.
Should have called this like Hunger Games.
Moving on. I know.
Tie this in with the movie.
OMG, don't remind me, but I gotta look
movie?
for those. I was gonna chat about some movies at the end, but we can here now if you want to. We're gonna chat about Wish and some movies, just if anybody's seen them. Because I've been curious. We've seen so many movies. We've like been to the movies like the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvels, Hunger Games, and Wish.
We'll leave it at the end.
We can chat about it. But next up, Tigger versus Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Again,
Tigger can't outbounce Tarzan.
No, I was gonna say that Tigger can outbounce maybe Thomas O'Malley, as we said before, but Tarzan is a whole nother.
Tarzan has got the stamina.
He's got the dog in him. We talked about that. Tarzan, I think, has the dog in him, and he's quite like just all the things.
He can like swing from the vines and stuff. He's not getting tired at all.
Does this arena have vines? Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm saying that he's just in general.
I know. I'm just saying. In our hypothetical arena, if this was Hunger Games, I'm sure it would be.
I was just saying. I was just imagining a boxing square.
I understand. That's fair.
I was saying that he's got the training.
Right. True. Skylar voting for Tarzan. Haley and Tommy voting for Tarzan. And Austin and Sarah and Kay. Magical Castle as well, but also Kay. Steve is voting for Tarzan. He's a jungle tough. Llama Floof says that Tarzan is also a bouncy dude. He grabs Tigger's tail and then violence ensues. Very funny. I like it. Yeah, this one's kind of pretty easy. But Tigger had a good run. He made it out of the first round. I didn't think that he would. I didn't know who he'd get matched up with, but I think that Tarzan is just way too much. Amy and Jason as well voting for Tarzan. So Tarzan is moving on to the next round. I should have picked maybe a picture of him more not as happy.
Why?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know, some of the other ones happy. I picked more tough ones where they're battling, but he's a nice guy.
Maybe you're making the bracket bias.
I am not making the bracket bias. This was random. The
Beast looked pretty scary.
Yes, because it was the first picture that I found with the Beast. Kim also voted for Tarzan, but we have next up Cheshire Cat versus Sully.
I think Cheshire Cat can win.
Really?
I don't know.
Why?
Because he's smart.
I don't know if he's smart. I think he's just
he's tricky.
Yeah. But Sully's
Why are you saying he's not smart?
Well, he is, but Sully's a monster.
Yeah, but Cheshire Cat can just be invisible.
For the whole time?
Yeah, and then trick him and then
do confused. What? But once he gets to Sully, what's he gonna do? It was different when it's Buzz, who's a plastic toy.
Scratch him from behind. Or bite him.
With those teeth right there? Look at Sully's teeth versus Cheshire Cat's teeth.
Sully can't catch him.
I'm voting Sully.
I will vote for Cheshire Cat.
Really? Okay. I love it. I love how we're split. He is pretty kind, but I think in the ring, though, it's
he's not going to get mad in the ring. He's changed man after Boo.
I know, but I'm saying if it's this hypothetical of one
Cheshire
round,
Cat
winner, loser, I guess he would. But Sully, to me, he has something deep inside of him.
No, he doesn't.
I think so. Well, Happy Travel Vlogs.
Agreeing.
That's fine. Is voting for Sully. Skylar and Kay and Magical Castle all voting for Sully. Haley and Tommy say Sully. I think he's too smart to fall for his tricks. Austin says Sully. Cat is a lesser version of Randall. There you go. Alana Floof is voting for Cheshire Cat because he
you.
outmaneuvers.
Thank you.
Kim is voting for Sully. Amy votes for Cheshire Cat. Has too many tricks. Steve says Sully for the KO. Jason says, how could Sully catch Cheshire?
Exactly.
Vote is Cheshire. There you go.
I like lava floofs.
Cheshire disappears constantly, causing Sully to get dizzy. The Floof family is on your little train here.
Choo,
Cheshire
choo.
Cat. You're all riding it together.
To the loss, though.
Yeah, that's okay. In this round, Sully.
We got some votes.
Sully moving on.
We're just going for the big boys here.
The underdogs is how you're voting.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that maybe our buy person has to go right to the end.
Oh, that's not fair.
Which I guess is how this is happening because I didn't set it that way.
Who did you put the buy as?
Well, you'll see. I didn't set it that way.
Reasonable people?
Reasonable. We'll set it that way. But sorry, I didn't put it that way, but I guess that's how it's set that way is what I meant to say. But Stitch versus Perry the platypus.
I'm going for Perry.
Yes, you are. This is hard. Both similar size, but I don't know. Stitch is an alien and has like blasters and stuff.
Yeah, but Perry's got the sneak.
You think that the sneak in a ring
he's
outwits?
Smart.
I know he's smart. And he's got gadgets and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And like, I just feel like he's just smarter.
Okay. We shall see. Do you want to give your vote? You're voting for Perry?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm voting for Stitch. As much as this has been fun with Perry, I think that Stitch, again, alien, tough, wild. So I'm voting for Stitch. Austin's voting for Stitch. Lama Flute says that Perry has tamed wild animals for Perry on top. Kay's voting for Perry. Jason says Stitch. See, indestructible. Haley and Tommy say Stitch. I think the indestructible aspect has him hard to beat. Steve is voting for Stitch and says, please end this, Perry. Amy votes for Perry. Sarah votes for Stitch. Magical Castle, 2 votes for Perry. And Kim, it jumped on me, is voting for Stitch. Jason says, I knew I liked the Deficits. There we go. We like them too. They're the best. Skylar votes for Perry. Stitch is straight chaos, but Perry is super smart. This one is hard. And Tyler, Stitch until the end. So Stitch, is it close?
It's close.
It's close. We'll wait a little bit because some people's are behind or are like, I don't know. Sometimes it happens where YouTube it's slower. Okay. So we'll give it like a little bit. We got 25 friends still in here. Thank you so much. Hopefully this is fun. We still have one side left of the bracket and a few more here on this side. Mm-hmm. And if you're here just joining us and you're hopping in, we're doing a Disney knockout, 1 versus 1 in the ring, winner and a loser.
Put in your vote.
And right now we got Stitch and Perry. And again, 2 characters that will have a bye round, but I didn't set it this way that they skip this round. It was supposed to be that they come in here. I guess they're going to go right into the final, which we could agree or disagree once we get there and then maybe change it up or something, or maybe they just won't win anyway. But right now, Stitch and Perry. Oh, Happy Travel Vlogs with a vote for Stitch.
Okay.
And Doof.
That's Doof and Schmitz.
I know, votes for Perry, but Stitch.
That means Stitch comes up on top because it was a tie.
By 1 vote, Stitch beats out Perry.
Crazy.
Perry was the
sad.
darling. The darling of our bracket. You had a good run, Perry.
I'm sad.
But Stitch by 1 vote. Next up, The Beast versus Tarzan. And I think, though, our next character is going to go up against Sully, like the character for the bye. I'm pretty sure. The Beast versus Tarzan. Jason says, you can't use it on your video title, but here amongst friends, you can call it what it is. Disney Deathmatch. Yes, Jason. Couldn't have said it better myself again. But yes, in the title, I was like, that's what it is. Can't use it. So we used a Disney Knockout. But yes, amongst everyone here, essentially that's what it is. So yes, Disney Death Battle. Yeah, The Beast or Tarzan. Heidi, which way do you want to go?
Oh, I'm voting for Tarzan.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Tarzan can take The Beast.
I don't know. I am going to vote for The Beast. I think that they're both kind of tough. I think that like Tarzan's tough in a different way where it's like the jungle tough. But like The Beast is big and he's fast and he's strong. Teeth, claws.
I'm still voting for Tarzan.
And I think that he can get angrier than Tarzan. Tarzan, I think, can get pretty angry, but The Beast is just...
I think Tarzan can get angry.
Fair. So both of us are divided. The Beast versus Tarzan.
Yeah.
Happy Travel Vlogs is voting the Beast. So is Kay and Amy and Skylar all voting for the Beast. Tyler says a good fight, but I think the Beast takes it. Steve says that Tarzan still feels like he's tougher than the Beast. Kim votes for the Beast. So does Jason. Llama Flu says Beast rips apart Tarzan in his quest to eat Stitch. Austin votes for the Beast. Tyler says he's going to watch Frozen tonight because he forgot how good that movie is.
You said Frozen.
Sorry, Tarzan, not Frozen. Because I'm thinking of the character who's going to be next.
Olaf got a bye?
No, you'll see. Watching Tarzan tonight. And then Haley and Tommy are split. Haley votes the Beast and Tommy votes for Tarzan. And Magical Castle comes in with a vote for the Beast. Again, two rough and tough guys here. Mm-hmm. In the ring would be a good match. I would love this battle, but the Beast comes out on top. And like I said with our bye round, it is Sully versus Elsa. Elsa was a character that got a bye because I thought about it that she's essentially like a superhero and can freeze people. I know that maybe she doesn't have like the anger stuff of her, but I think
she gets pretty angry.
I was going to say inside of her, I think that she could get pretty angry. And I know that Frozen is not a popular pick, that people don't like love Frozen or Elsa, but I thought that she was worthy of a bye. I could be wrong.
I'm voting for Elsa because she could literally freeze him. And then what?
Yeah, and like maybe Sully could break out of it, but would he instantly break out of it?
No,
I don't know. And yes, Kay says Elsa does get really angry. I agree.
She does.
That's why that I had her move on.
Look, in the image, she's literally bang, done.
I thought that was a good pose of her.
I see bias.
No, it's not bias. I tried my best to find pictures of them where they're like battle.
Look at Sully. Is he battling like that with that smile?
Because when I searched him scaring,
scary like this.
They were actually like scary with like red eyes, and he's actually, it's like somebody made a picture.
Oh, but there's
it's
136.
I know. But I'm also voting Elsa because I just think that she's tough, you know? Mm-hmm. Kay votes Elsa because she gets really angry. Happy Travel Vlogs voting Elsa. Skylar and Caden all voting Elsa. Llama Floof says that Sully should not have made it this far, so Elsa destroys him. Kennedy votes Elsa. Steve says Elsa. Can't believe I'm saying that. There you go, Steve. Amy votes Elsa. She could freeze him or use icicles. Kay says Elsa is my vote. Haley and Tommy say, if Elsa can shatter Sully's frozen self, it's got to go to Elsa. Sully doesn't fare well when he has to go to the tundra. Oh, good point. Kim votes Elsa. Sarah votes Elsa. Austin says Elsa easy. And Jason says, you were doing good with excluding magic ability people, but since they've arrived in the bracket, Elsa over Sully. I know. I thought it was tough. And there's some characters that I didn't like put in here. But again, some of them I'm like, I think that Elsa could lose to certain people.
Yeah, like if they got close enough to her.
Yeah, like an angry, like I think like Sully, like, and maybe it'll come to it with like the Beast. I think that could be, I don't know. We shall see. I think there are certain characters that could take her down. So I'm sorry if Elsa's more kind of OP, but I wanted to include like overpowered. Oh. But I kind of wanted to include some characters that are like, yeah, I don't know. You know?
Is OP a normal, like a common thing to say?
I think so.
I never heard of
OP,
that.
is that a common thing? Or did I just like I didn't just make that up. I've heard that before multiple times.
Wow. That's cool. I just learned it.
Tyler votes for Elsa as well. Elsa is moving on against Sully. Next up, Stitch versus the Beast. The Beast. Again, I know that we said that Stitch was kind of wild and has like laser guns and stuff, but the Beast is just like, he's like the epitome of like angry, big, tough, you know? And if he's provoked, I think he's kind of losing his mind.
Okay.
There we go. See, Llama Floof says OP is the right word. And Tyler says OP is common where I'm from.
I've never heard that my whole life. Do I live under a rock?
Jason says OP is a common term. We knew what you meant, Brandon. See? Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
What I was going to say, though, is because we have this theme of Sully being indestructible, like Jason has said, that's kind of tough as well. That can be factored in.
Sully?
Or sorry, Stitch. I keep on mixing up characters. Stitch. Which way do you want to go? Did you already vote?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Beast.
The Beast?
Yeah.
But I guess maybe I'm just missing that Stitch was indestructible, but like fully to an extent, or like
he can't be indestructible forever.
Maybe he is.
He's never going to die.
I don't know.
What if his heart stops?
Well, that I think is, I just think exterior wise, maybe. You know what I mean? On the outside. Magical Castle voting for the Beast. So is Kennedy. Llama Floof says Beast, eating good tonight. Steve says bye-bye, Stitch. The Beast. Haley and Tommy say Stitch. I see Jason's reasoning. Like I said, Skylar votes for the Beast. Kay and Caden all vote for the Beast. Jason is voting for 626. Happy Travel Vlogs and Kim are voting for the Beast. Tyler says Stitch was able to throw a spaceship in the movie, so I got him. Jason is saying yay deficits. Love it. Amy votes for the Beast, and Llama Floof says, but the Beast pins him down and Ref calls it off. There we go. The Beast, moving on.
Nice.
To go up against Elsa
Da-da-da.
in this round. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit if I can so that the pictures are a bit. There we go.
This is hard because I want to vote for Elsa, but I think that the Beast would win.
This is what I mean. I think that like Elsa is obviously powerful and has ice powers.
The Beast seems like he could just
break out of it
because he's mad.
But like Sully was also big, but just not as mad as what you're saying.
Yeah, I think so. And I think.
And the Beast is quick.
Yeah, he is very underrated quick. And I think he also has it in him to, or Elsa, but I don't think Sully would hurt Elsa.
Oh, I know what you mean. So you're voting for the Beast? I do think though that Elsa, like again, she's kind of more like long range, kind of like Robin Hood, where she could be away and like blast him. But
I think it would be a good fight. Like,
I think this would be a good one. I think there's very different styles. The Beast is like a brawler. Elsa's more long range. I just think he's quick.
He is quick,
even though he's big, I think that he's pretty fast and he could like move pretty quick and maybe like knock some stuff out of the way. So I'm also going to vote for the Beast.
Oh, Sarah made a good point.
In a close one. I saw that, I know.
Didn't think of that, but I'm going to vote Beast.
I think this one's close. I think this is the closest that we've had so far.
Did you vote for Beast?
Yeah, I'm also voting for the Beast. I think Elsa, again, the like magic effect is strong, but the Beast just has like really big anger and maybe instincts. So I'm going to vote for the Beast. Let me see. Magical Castle voting for the Beast. Happy Travel Vlogs votes Elsa. Haley and Tommy say Elsa is a bad bee. I think she's taking them down. Skylar votes for the Beast. Llama Floof says Elsa is strong, but the Beast has killer instinct. Jason says Beast can't win if he can't move and can't dodge ice dagger, so voting for Elsa. It's fair. Sarah votes Elsa because she can make that monster snowman thing again. Tyler says the Beast has my vote. Steve says Elsa would get overpowered, voting for the Beast. Kay is voting for the Beast because he's angrier. Amy votes for the Beast. And Llama Floof says Elsa would get scared of the second, and would get scared, and that second of hesitation is her downfall. That's an interesting point. Fair. Kim votes for the Beast, and Austin says Elsa could hold him off long enough to tire him out. It's fair. I think this was like super close, Heidi? How many votes were we talking?
Not super close.
A few.
But kind of close.
I think that it's one of those things that, like, I think if we dive deep, I like that Llama Floof said, like, if she kind of hesitated for a second, that the Beast could come at her. But I think, like Austin said, maybe she could hold him off for long enough. Close battle, but the Beast on this side is our winner for this side of the bracket. Next up, Powerline versus Peter Pan. Powerline again, the singer from Goofy Movie. And Peter Pan, we all know. Again, Peter Pan has the little, what's called little dagger knife thing. Powerline, killer dance moves, killer voice, microphone, maybe swinging that thing around. This is a very random one to start off the second side of our bracket. Peter Pan can fly, though.
And he has a dagger. And
he has like a little dagger. And he has experience fighting Captain Hook. I don't know how good of a opponent Captain Hook is. And Powerline, does he really have any fighting like experience?
I
don't know. I'm voting Peter Pan.
Me too.
Yeah, Powerline was a good thought. I kind of thought like him swinging around the mic and throwing it out there. Yeah, maybe some music hypnotization like Llama Floof said. But I'm going to vote for Peter Pan as well. We'll see what our chat has to say. Skylar votes for Peter Pan. So does Caden. Haley and Tommy say dance battle. Powerline, real battle, Peter. Magical Castle votes for Peter Pan. Steve says Peter Pan can fly. So Peter Pan it is. Kay votes for Peter Pan. Amy with an underrated thing that Peter could be malicious if he tried. I agree. I think he has some of that in him for sure. Llama Floof, like I said, Powerline could hypnotize Peter Pan. Tyler and Austin and Kennedy all voting for Peter Pan, and Happy Travel Vlogs with a little dance moves voting for Powerline. Very fun. Again, Powerline random and obscure, but tried to put some random ones in here, kind of maybe for fun effect, or ones that could do well, like Perry the Platypus did, which was our darling so far. Kim is voting for Peter Pan as well. So Peter Pan is moving on in this first round of this side of the bracket. Next up, Olaf versus Mulan. Which way, Heidi, do you want to go with this one?
I'll go with Mulan.
Yeah, I think that Olaf, out of everybody on this bracket, maybe
So
doesn't have a
sweet.
mean bone in his body.
Yeah, he doesn't have bones in his body.
That makes me think of like the sing-along, because they say that, remember?
Yeah, that's why I said
Is that what you said? Yeah. I have no bones. Or does he say I have no skull or bones or something like that?
It's from the movie.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that I never like noticed that part until that sing-along brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Mulan. She's a warrior. She's got a sword, but Olaf really, I think that you would need, because you could.
Sarah's fighting for Olaf.
She is fighting for Olaf. I think that she could chop him up and stuff, but he's snow, so she'd have to melt him somehow.
Well, she can melt him
after she knocks him down, pick up all the pieces. Yeah, I think that Mulan pretty handily. I like some of the comments I'm laughing down here, but we'll get to those. Haley and Tommy starting us off with vote for Mulan. Jason and Kay and Happy Travel Vlogs all voting for Mulan. Sarah says Olaf, he can transform into anything. I love it. Amy votes for Mulan. Steve, Mulan, what angry woman loses ever? There you go. Magic Castle votes for Mulan. Tyler voting for Mulan. Llama Flu says biggest blowout ever. Skylar votes Mulan. Caden says Mulan would, her kill count is in the thousands. Very true. Austin, Mulan. Llama Flu says Mulan wins within 0.2 seconds. Very funny. And Kim and Kennedy also voting for Mulan. Hey, Olaf got a vote. Look at him. He's so grateful to Sarah.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
I like warm hugs. What are you saying?
Yeah. Poor Olaf. Some people are worth melting for.
Oh,
sad. Mulan, moving on. Next up, Elastigirl, which again, I know that she's a superhero, but I don't think that she is that powerful that she could beat a bunch of people in this bracket, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. Which I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I wanted to put someone from The Incredibles, and I thought Mr. Incredible is too similar to Sully the Beast, Tarzan and stuff. And I thought she's unique and different, even though she has powers. Maybe it's not strong enough. I could be wrong. And if I am, I apologize for putting a superhero in the bracket, but she's going up against Dr. Facilier, who has the power of the friends on the other side. Maybe that's enough for him.
Well, because for a second I thought, I feel like she would kind of give into that because, of the fact that she wants to, keep being a superhero and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, though, again, in this round, in, a ring,
yeah,
I think that he is kind of just, like Amy says, I think that he's kind of smart and cunning, but I think she just, against him, it's kind of she's... Yeah. Quick, agile, experienced. She's been doing this for a long time. And yeah, she's got those stretchy powers. So Elastigirl, aka Helen Parr, aka Mrs. Incredible, is my vote. You agree?
Yeah, me too.
You as well. Kennedy votes Elastigirl. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. Kennedy and Magical Castle vote Elastigirl. Amy as well. Caden votes Elastigirl. Steve says Dr. Facilier, magic over power. Llama Floof says Mrs. Incredible wraps the doctor up when he tries to perform his summoning chant and he wins. Haley and Tommy say Elastigirl. Kim and Kay also agree with Elastigirl. Hopefully she's not. Oh yeah, see, unfortunately the doctor doesn't do well here. I know, I'm sorry. I know that Austin loves him, but I just thought, at the end of the movie, sorry, this keeps on pulling stuff up when I click there. Doc lost his friends from the other side. Without those friends, Elastigirl wins. Vote is Elastigirl. And Happy Travel Vlogs also votes Elastigirl. I think that she's one of those, like I said, if you'd pick like Marvel heroes, I think that they would easily, Iron Man or something would be a tough out. You know what I mean? But Elastigirl is not on that same level to me. You know, I could be wrong. But Elastigirl in this round is pretty handedly taken down. Dr. Facilier. Next up, Miss Piggy versus Hercules. Anybody want to vouch for Miss Piggy, Heidi?
Not here, I don't think. Fortunately.
Why not? She could have a show-stopping number.
She'd probably be like yelling or something.
Would she go down without a fight here, or she would be pretty handily handled here by Hercules? She'd be yelling at him?
Like, you're not going to hit a woman.
She would. Look at her. She's such a diva. I had to put like a Muppet in here because I was like thinking about them today. But I thought like that she's like a funny one to put in here. Because she'd be pretty angry, you know?
She'd be yelling.
She'd be yelling. Or Llama Floof strategy, which we'll get to. Who knows? I'm voting Hercules, though, pretty easily. Yeah. You agree? Mm-hmm. No votes for Piggy. But Kennedy starting us strong off with a vote for Miss Piggy. She's so happy and enthusiastic about Miss Piggy. Magical Castle votes for Hercules. Steve says Herc next. I love it. Austin says LOL. LOL match says Jason as well. Hercules, honey, you mean Huncules. And with that, Llama Floof says Miss Piggy flirts with Hercules until she convinces him to make her win. There you go. Herc from Austin. Haley and Tommy say Huncules. Amy says that Piggy yells at him to shame him and he forfeits. Piggy, hiya, yeah, she has her little, maybe she goes like that. Herc says Kim, and Jason says it would be entertaining, but Herc would win in the end. I thought this was funny. I'm glad that it was like up against Hercules because that's kind of funny. But I think pretty handily Hercules moves on again. If you're just hopping in here joining us, be sure to like the stream, subscribe if you're new, and help us decide who in this knockout battle is going to come out on top this round. It's going to be Hercules taking down Miss Piggy. Next up, Mater versus Remy and Linguini, because Remy is up there, you know, controlling. I put them together because they're kind of like, you know, it like adds some effect that he's up there controlling. But what an interesting matchup. Mater versus Remy and Linguini. Do you think any of these guys got some bad bones in their body or some anger?
No, but I think that Mater will win.
Why?
Because he will just run him over. Because I don't think those two, with him controlling him, are going to be coordinated enough to be able to figure out. And they would just go like this.
And Mater's got that hook at the back. Maybe he's swinging that thing around.
Just run him over.
I kind of thought about this after. I was like, that Mater's a car, so he could just like take down a lot of people, but like not necessarily. No. But I think that this is one where
it's a good matchup.
It's a good matchup for Mater. I agree. Are you laughing?
Yeah.
Amy's? Yeah,
that was so funny.
Llama Flu says the chefs become roadkill. Very funny. Haley and Tommy say Mater. Magical Castle votes for Mater. Caden also votes for Mater. Happy Travel Vlogs votes Mater. Tyler says that Remy is gonna cook something up. I like it. Kay votes for Mater, Skylar votes Mater, and Amy, which is what I'm laughing at, says Mater wins, but it's an accident and he doesn't know what happened. That is funny. So funny. I love it. Kim votes for Mater, and Jason says 2 tons of steel wins. Very funny. Mater, and Mater can't lose. This is so fun to me. I'm having so much fun. There was one vote, though, for Remy. Tyler's given a vote. You think that they're not as coordinated?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You think that he wouldn't really see what's going on? They can cook up some meal. Surely they can take down a...
How are they going to take him down?
I don't know. What does Mater like to eat?
I don't know.
Put a little something in there for him.
There's no kitchen in the...
In the ring?
There's no kitchen in the ring.
All right. Mater. Maybe he's the darling of this side of the bracket. Moving on against Remy and Linguini. Maximus versus Maui. Tough. Again, Maui's one of those where he has the hook, so it's kind of tough because he like shapeshifts into things. But I think, again, there's characters that could take him down still potentially. But Maximus or Maui, which way do you want to go? I love Maximus as well. Side note, I love both of these characters. I think that Maximus has anger in him.
Mm-hmm,
and he's pretty tough. Not enough for Maui. Yeah, I think that it's got to be Maui. Maui can turn into things. He's, again, big and strong. Also, Maximus, though, I think is an underdog in this one, so maybe he'll get some votes. But I'm also voting for, Maui. Where am I at here? Okay. Caden votes for Maui. Haley and Tommy say Maui because he can be anything. Kennedy votes for Maui as well. Amy says Maximus. He is fierce. Llama Floof says that Maui, he isn't losing to a horse. Fair. Steve votes for Maui. Jason says Maui can do anything but float. Maui for the win. Skylar votes for Maui, and Kay is voting for Maximus. Is Maximus a good choice for the Tangled movie? I'd like to put in a bracket here.
Mhm.
Yeah. I thought about like Flynn Rider, but really I think that Maximus is more unique.
Mhm.
You know, he's a horse, tough, experienced also though. But again, I think that this is just a draw for him where Maui's a little bit too tough. So Maui is vote for Kim, and Maui is the one moving on here in this round of the bracket. Next up,
goodness.
Chicken Little versus Gaston. Any rationale for Chicken Little, Heidi?
I'm not sure.
I don't know much about Chicken Little. Again, I want to put like obscure characters as well mixed in here with like the tough ones. I've probably seen that movie like once. You know?
I don't even know if I've seen that movie in my life.
I don't really know. I just think this like Llama Floof said that Mulan and Olaf was the easiest one. I think this one gives it a little run for its money with Gaston and Chicken Little. So I'm obviously voting for Gaston. You as well?
Yes.
Let's see. Caden votes for Gaston. Haley and Tommy are just laughing, so they're probably voting Gaston. Llama Floof as well. Next round already. Are you voting for Chicken Little, Llama Floof, or for Gaston? Which one? Skylar votes for Gaston. Kay is voting Gaston. So is Tyler. Candy says Gaston eats 5 dozen eggs a day, which is so great. Gaston, poor Chicken Little. Gaston out here eating 4 dozen eggs now. Amy says that, Chicken Little is way smarter than Gaston. He's little and can tire out Gaston by running around. Kim votes Gaston. Steve says that Gaston adds 1 more egg to his meal. Chicken Little versus Miss Piggy. Gaston is the vote. Gaston for Magical
we gotta
Castle.
do one where it's like all the like
random, yeah.
No, like just the like weaker characters
against each other.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be funny. Like, yeah.
Like the ones
like
who
else?
aren't
Basil and Olaf, Chicken Little and Miss Piggy. Happy Travel Vlogs votes for Gaston. That's true. That could be funny. Maybe we could do that one time. But Gaston again, pretty easily. Moving on in this round. Next up, Baymax versus Ralph. And again, I put this picture of Baymax because, of course, he has like the armor version there or the normal. No. And then Ralph, big, strong in a video game, but he's big and tall. I think this is like a good matchup. 2 big guys.
I'm actually going to vote for Ralph, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because Baymax is kind?
Yeah. And I feel like Ralph could get mad.
And Ralph's a villain, and he like wrecks stuff and smashes stuff.
He's not really a villain.
In his game, he is what I mean. See, Jason says, now here's a good match. Yeah, this worked out. The random generated bracket worked out here and gave us a good matchup. I'm trying to like remember though for Baymax, like what his like. I know like he like does like the health stuff, but when he's in that suit, like does he have like I know he can fly and stuff, but does he have like any? I don't like remember that movie enough. I know that all of them have like little power stuff with their suits on, like the one of them like rolls around, doesn't she, with like little like wheels?
Yeah.
The one of them is like the
throwing.
Yeah, like a monster with like fire. Yeah, Honey Lemon throws stuff. I don't know. This is kind of tough.
Oh yeah, see the program.
He's programmed with the fighting styles. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna vote for Ralph because I just think that he again wrecks stuff and can like smash stuff around.
I don't know. Look what I put for Ralph. What letter I put?
W?
Yeah.
Because Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why.
That's why you put it for sure.
I was like,
because Heidi writes down like
for
this one a B for Baymax, but put a W for Ralph. But it's got to be because of Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what am I doing?
Amy votes for Ralph, so does Skylar, and Magical Castle votes for Ralph. Haley and Tommy say Baymax could win, but I don't think he would win. Excuse me, Ralph. I was all
Are you
clogged
getting
there.
sick there for a minute?
No, Ralph can finish the job. Llama Flu says Disney knockout undercards for the small characters. See, we could do that.
Yeah.
There you go. Kay votes for Ralph. So does Kennedy. Tyler says that Baymax is programmed with all of the fighting styles. Caden says Ralph, a Baymax is used to help make people better. Steve votes for Ralph. So does Happy Travel Vlogs. And Kim Llama Floof though says I can't see how how Ralph penetrates the armor, so Baymax wins in a grudge match. And Haley and Tommy say that Baymax would end up trying to bring Ralph back to health. And Jason says Baymax may not have the finish him instinct. My vote is for Ralph. Was this one a close one, Heidi, or pretty easily?
No, pretty
Ralph,
easily,
right?
Yeah.
Ralph. Moving on. Next up, for Llama Floof, Llama Cusco going up against, had to throw this back to the Princess and the Sith Instagram lives, David from Lilo and Stitch. Just a guy going up against a llama. What a matchup. Llama Floof, I hope that you're happy. This is like, because really, Cusco's never been included in like a lot of these brackets, except for like the movie one with Emperor's New Groove. But I thought, what a good way to throw him in here in this random character bracket. Llama Cusco. There you go. Going up against David. Again, the whole joke was that like David is just like an average guy, but he's like built and everybody said attractive. Does that get him any wins here in this bracket? I don't know who I'd vote.
I'm voting for David.
Are you? I'm voting Cusco. I think that he'd be mad. Cusco like gets angry, I would think. What about you? You're voting David, you said.
Yes.
Sorry. We're split. I'm voting Cusco. Heidi's voting for David. Let's see what the chat has to say. Llama Floof, Llama wins. There you go. I'm very happy. So glad. Magical Castle voting for Cusco. So does Caden and Kennedy. Steve says Cusco because I don't know the other dude. Haley and Tony say Cusco is willing to do whatever it takes for sure. David is too innocent. Yeah, look at him there, sitting there on the beach. Amy votes for Cusco. Tyler has to go, but thank you. Thank you, Tyler, for being here. We appreciate it so much, and thanks for hanging out with us. Kim votes for Cusco. Kay, I think this is a Cusco. Llama Floof says Cusco goes all the way. Happy Travel Vlogs is voting for Cusco. Jason says Llama wins. And yeah, like I said, Kay voting for Cusco. Were there any Davids? One David from Heidi.
That was the only David?
I think so.
Oh.
It's okay. You got to vote.
Thanks.
Was it like a throwback vote?
Yeah, I like that. Good times.
But Llama Floof, I will be happy because Llama Cusco is moving on. Next up, we got Bolt versus Jack Skellington.
Well,
again, I know that Bolt in the movies, it's like he's not actually a superhero, but if he was, though.
But he's not.
I know, a superhero dog, but I guess he's not.
He would think he can do it.
Yeah, he'd believe he could do it. But Jack Skellington's kind of scary.
But like, he's not mean.
I know. Like, I put this picture because I thought it showed like all like the sides of him, you know, and it was like a good like kind of like more like vibrant picture. All the other ones like were kind of dark, but I guess it's got to be Jack because again, Bolt's just a dog,
yeah.
Right? I wish that he had powers for real because then he'd be so cool. Mm-hmm. And Bolt, Kennedy has a good little comment there, but Bolt is underrated. I will say.
Good movie.
Yeah, like we watched it like what? A few months ago, right?
Well, I was telling you how I liked it.
Yeah, and it's great.
I love Rhino. We should
underrated.
Put Rhino in here.
Yeah, we should have in his little ball. Llama Floof is happy. I love everyone. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Jack. You too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 votes for Jack.
Wait, hold on.
Haley and Tommy say Jack. Bolt has no powers. Kennedy says dogs chew on bones. True. Voting for Bolt. Caden voting for Bolt. Happy Travel Vlogs and Amy and Kay all voting for Jack. And Steve as well is voting for Jack.
Yes.
A lot of votes again. Again, this has been so fun. I'm so glad. And if you're just hopping in here, again, Disney knockout match here, 1 versus 1. Right now we got Bolt versus Jack, and Jason and Magical Castle are voting for Jack. So Jack is moving on, but Kim throws Bolt a vote, which is great. I wish that I could have voted for Bolt, but I know, but I just like thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. He's just a dog. If he had the powers, easily Bolt, but Jack is moving on. So next up is the next round of this side of the bracket. The character that has a bye will move on. And again, yeah, we'll get there once we get there. But now I'm kind of nervous about it.
Why?
Well, we'll see.
Who's the character?
You'll see.
Someone who's, it's going to be the genie.
No, the genie's not here because I figure that was kind of, again.
Let me think of who else.
But we'll see. But don't say. Peter Pan versus Mulan. Both very similar styles here. Dagger and the sword and stuff. Peter Pan can fly, but I think this is for me pretty easily Mulan.
Yep, me too.
Agree? Again, Mulan's a warrior.
She's strong.
And yeah, pretty handily. I think that Mulan takes this one. Kennedy votes for Mulan. Haley and Tommy say Mulan by a mile. Love it. Kay votes for Mulan. Amy and Jason voting Mulan. Lama Fu says that Peter Pan can fly, but has to get within striking distance. Mulan devours. Steve says close one, but Peter Pan still wins. And Kim is voting for Mulan, along with Magical Castle, as well voting for Mulan. Anything else on this matchup, Heidi?
Nope.
This one's pretty easy. I'm excited to see what happens like later on. I think like the other side had a lot of like the big bruising heavy hitters. This one's more of like kind of tactical, not so much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Caden and Happy Travel Vlogs also voting for Mulan on this one. So Mulan pretty handily taken down Mr. Peter Pan. Next up, Elastigirl versus Hercules.
That's
Interesting. I don't know. I think this is hard. Hercules, of course, is it like, you know, like a warrior, sword, strong. Elastigirl, though. This one's tougher, I think. You know?
Yeah.
I don't remember who she went up against first. Oh, Dr. Facilier. And he was Miss Piggy. So both kind of easy for them, I think, in that first round. I think I am gonna I'm trying to picture like if Elastigirl could take down Mr. Incredible. Because then if she could, she essentially could take down Hercules. You know? Like if she like got behind him and like stretched around him.
Can't she? Didn't she? That's like isn't that how they met kind of?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Am I like hallucinating?
I don't know. I'm voting Elastigirl.
Because I feel like she can take down Mr. Incredible.
And I'm going to say, like that Llama Flute said, if she knocks away that sword, he's just like a strong guy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say
Elastigirl. Yeah, I agree. Elastigirl is our vote on this one. Llama Flute says Hercules loses air circulation. Steve says this is not hard, Brandon. I'm sorry. Herc next. It's fair. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Kennedy votes for Mrs. Incredible. Kim votes for Herc. Amy votes Elastigirl is smarter and can outwit him. Llama Flu says she just needs to knock away the sword, like I said. Caden votes Elastigirl. Haley and Tommy say Elastigirl. She's smarter and a professional. She can for sure make a plan to win. And Kay also votes Elastigirl. There you go. I wasn't sure how she would do. Again, I think that her wins are like situational matchups, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that if it's like the Beast potentially, maybe like that's a bit different. But Hercules, I think for her is maybe easier. And Jason agrees. Elastigirl. So Elastigirl is moving on against Mr. Hercules. Our next round is going to be Mater versus Maui.
Yeah, this is where it ends for Mater. For me.
Did you want to vote for Mater so bad throughout this bracket? Yeah.
But like Maui's too powerful.
Yeah. It's tough because again, I think that
Mater would run into him, he would just stand there.
Yeah, some of these characters, I think, again, like when you think of Maui, you're like, oh, he can shapeshift and he's powerful. But there are characters, I think, that could take down all of these. I don't really know if there's one. I mean, maybe like a Chernabog, who's like huge and big and scary, could like take down anybody.
I think the genie could take down anybody.
I agree, because magic and stuff. That's why that I didn't put him in here, even though like he's in our thumbnail. I wanted to put him in here, but then I kind of thought about it after that, like he's like super magic-y. Maui's magic, but I think not as on that level. But I'm also voting for Maui as much as I would love to win. Sorry, I'm reading Llama Floops here. As much as I would love to vote for Mater, I love Maui as a character, and I think that it's got to be Maui. Let's see what the chat has to say. Kay votes Maui. Amy is voting for Maui. Steve as well votes for Maui. Llama Floops says Mater wins in a close one. Very funny. Caden votes Maui. Jason says Maui and his hook. Mike is voting for the truck. Very funny. Mater. Haley and Tommy voting for Maui. Magical Castle vote for Maui, and Kennedy and Happy Travel Vlogs vote for Mater.
Mater's getting some love out here.
Closer than I thought. Some votes in there. Again, I think that Mater, he's just so sweet. Look at him.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he'd be put in that ring and not really know what to do. I think he'd be a bit nervous.
Yeah, he would be.
You know? Like, we watched for Halloween that short where it's like, whatever it's called, like the light thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where they say that there's like a ghost in the town. And he's pretty terrified, which I would be as well. But
because they just all drive away from him.
I'm excited to go to Cars Land because I really want to see Mater because they have him and I think Lightning like driving around kind of in there.
That's so cool.
And I'd love to see Mater. And at Halloween, isn't he like a vampire? I think he's dressed up as a vampire. He's got those big teeth. But Maui on this one is moving on. Next up, two strong boys here. Gaston versus Ralph. Do we think that they're even in size?
I think his hands are bigger. That's what you mean.
Sure. I also mean height and stuff. I think though Gaston has weapons and stuff. You know?
Okay.
Ralph he's big. I also think that Gaston is a villain. So I'm voting Gaston.
I'm voting Ralph.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Why Ralph?
He's got big hands and he can hit the ground hard.
Oh.
He says, I want to wreck it. Hits the ground.
Okay. So maybe he could like destroy some stuff and Gaston would be kind of...
Yeah, he just hit the ground and he fall down and then
throw like a big piece of the ring at him or something. Okay. I like it. We're split on this one. Gaston versus Ralph. Kennedy votes for Gaston. Kay is voting for Gaston. Caden votes for Gaston. Magical Castle votes for Gaston. Amy votes for Ralph, and so do Haley and Tommy. Gaston only has show muscles, not real muscles. Oh, there you go. Shots fired. Steve votes for Gaston. Llama Floof says that Ralph only has experience against video games. This is the real world, so votes Gaston. Happy Travel Vlogs votes Ralph, and Kim votes for Gaston. Close one, Heidi. Fairly?
A little bit.
A little bit. But this boy, Gaston, with the show muscles, not the real muscles, as Haley says, is moving on. But Jason has a vote for Ralph. I like it. Jason.
You didn't even vote for Ralph.
No, I know, but like this is a close one, I think.
Yeah.
I just think that I thought of like the weapon thing where I'm like, he has like weapons.
Is it like bring the weapons?
I don't know. Fair. I keep wanting to say Llama Floof, but Llama Cusco versus Jack Skellington.
We'll say Llama.
Yeah?
I don't know. Like, what's Jack Skellington doing? Isn't he like this big?
He's like Twiggy, but I don't know. He just seems scary. Like, would Cusco be afraid of him?
I don't know. There's a really nice Jim Shore of him that's so
we saw it today.
And it's like, how much did I say it was? $138.
It was expensive. Yeah.
It's like this big, but like he's so slim. It looks so cool though.
They also have so many nice ones. Like we were saying it today. Like we haven't got like a Jim Shore in a long time because we haven't done like subscription boxes and stuff, but they really do have some nice Jim Shores out there, like some really nice ones. On this one, I'm gonna vote for Cusco.
Okay.
You too?
Yep.
Yeah. Because why not? I'm gonna laugh after once we get to Jason's comment. Llama Floof votes for Cusco. Far too powerful. Happy Travel Vlogs votes for Jack. Kay votes for Cusco, and Llama Floof says that he's just a flimsy stick. Jack is. Haley and Tommy vote for Llama. Steve votes for Jack. Cusco does not get afraid, says Llama Floof. There we go. So now I know. Kenny says Jack would snap in half. True. He's very thin guy. Amy votes for Cusco. Jason says I've seen mean llamas in real life, but we'll go with Jack. Kim votes for Cusco, and so does Magical Castle. Maybe Cusco's the darling of this bracket.
Maybe.
It's the Llama Floof effect, I think. Honestly. There we go. Cusco. Moving on. I think this next round is where our bi character. Sure, do you want to?
I don't know who it is.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be the genie.
You can like once we get to it, you can say if you thought this was who it was.
Okay.
Llama Floof though says this is by far the best bracket ever. I love it. Let's go. Cusco making a Cinderella run here. Next up, Mulan versus Elastigirl. I think this is kind of the same effect as the Hercules thing, where like knock away the sword. You know?
I think Mulan. Even though I voted for Elastigirl last time.
And now, yeah,
I think that
everybody's saying Mulan.
Because I think that Mulan is
She's
smarter,
tough.
is smarter than Hercules in like fighting ability.
In combat ability.
And she's like
and more tactical. She's like a warrior.
Yeah, like all the moves.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like Elastigirl though is like quick. I think that she's also smart and has experience also. So I'm voting for Elastigirl.
You're voting for Elastigirl?
Yeah.
I'm voting for Mulan.
I do think though that Mulan has that dog in her for sure.
She does.
But Elastigirl, I think again could like have some tricks up her sleeve. You know?
Okay.
Let's see what everybody has to say. I think this one's gonna be close. Maybe. Caden says Mulan. Haley and Tommy say Mulan. So does Steve. Kennedy votes for Mrs. Incredible. Magic in Michigan.
Hi,
my goodness.
This is like a throwback.
This is so great. And they'll know what this is because this is like what Jess and Nico used to do.
We got inspo from them.
We got inspired from them and thought that we'd revive it and bring it back on YouTube here. But thanks for joining us.
Hope you guys are doing
my gosh.
well.
So fun. Kay votes for Mulan. Magical Castle votes Elastigirl. Kim votes Mulan. Llama Floof says Mrs. Incredible. Amy says Mulan. She's a warrior. Jason's money is on Mulan, and Magic in Michigan are voting for Mrs. Incredible for sure. Wow, Magic in Michigan. Miss you guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, hope that you're so well. It's so great to see you guys here on the screen in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Is this one close?
Yeah, pretty close, but Mulan takes it.
Mulan. There you go. Happy Travel Vlogs votes Mulan. Why?
Because she couldn't beat Hercules. I mean,
she beat Hercules.
But couldn't beat Mulan.
I guess that people feel like Mulan's got the warrior instinct and the toughness in her. I like that. I respect that so much. So Mulan is moving on. Battle of the Boys, Maui and Gaston. I am voting Maui.
Me too.
Shapeshifter, also strong. Are his muscles show muscles?
No, his muscles are real.
Are Gaston's real?
No, I don't think so.
But he eats all those eggs.
Yeah, he's probably hits the gym, but he probably can't do much.
Whereas Maui's like on an island, like fending for himself out there.
And Gaston probably doesn't do like cardio or anything, so he probably would get tired.
And Maui can shapeshift. Llama Floof wants to know how does Mrs. Incredible beat Hercules but not Mulan?
Because Mulan's got that dog in her.
There you go. Interesting. Haley and Tommy vote for Maui. Kennedy votes Maui. So does Caden. Amy votes for Maui. Happy Travel Vlogs, Maui. Kay as well, Maui. Llama Floof. Maui shifts into a llama and wins. Very funny. Gaston for Magical Castle Company. Magic in Michigan say Maui. You're welcome. Steve says Maui. One god has to make it through. R.I.P. Hercules. And Kim votes for Maui. I'm glad that Maui's getting some love. I love Maui.
Yeah,
he's a great character. I'm excited to see The Rock be him for real. He's got to have the hair though.
Yeah, he has to.
Has to. You know how he's like actually bald though, but I feel like
he's gonna have to get a wig.
He's got to get a wig on or something to look like that. Because he is Maui. Like he looks like Maui.
Mm-hmm. It'll be pretty cool.
It'll be interesting. Jaden says even without powers, Maui wins in a fist fight.
Is the actual actress who did
Moana? No, I don't think. I think that she's like producing part of it or something, or she's like a producer. I don't think. Is she gonna
be too old for it?
I think that's kind of why. Because like Moana came out like a while ago, 16, 15, 14. Yeah. Maybe that's newer. I don't know. But Maui, I think that like The Rock is he is Maui. He looks like Maui. He's got to have the hair. But Maui is moving on. Okay, this was the character.
Why did you put Maleficent in this?
Because even though she's a dragon, she's been slayed before. And I thought that maybe in a good matchup, she could go down to somebody. But I wanted to put her in here. She's one of the good villains. No?
Why would you put a villain like her in here?
because I had to put some villains.
No, it's against Cusco.
What I'm saying is, what other villains would stand? Like Gaston is in here, but like
Yeah,
who
but
else
he's
is a
not-
good
like
villain?
Lotso.
Yeah, like Lotso's not like, I know that like it'd be fun to put those in, but I wanted to have a good mix of like you know, tough and I don't know. Is Maleficent too tough?
I think so a little bit.
Because if so, we can pretend she's not even here, and we can move on Cusco if everybody agrees that Maleficent's too powerful. I don't know, but again, like I thought that maybe she's too powerful, but then I'm like,
people are Llama Floof will vote for Cusco.
See, Kennedy's comment is so funny to me. She's been slayed before.
True. I mean, Mickey
slays her every night.
Okay, yeah.
On the top of that mountain.
So maybe
I don't know. You know who I'm gonna look to Jason here. Like Jason, yeah, she wins the entire bracket. So maybe she's too much.
What about Spinnerets? Quite the jump. Exactly. See?
It's hard to know, honestly, because
I could have told you. Why didn't you ask me?
Okay, but like, would you take Hercules or Maleficent? I think Hercules could take her down. I really do. What? Prince Philip took her down.
Okay. Well,
so I think this is just like a draw thing where like I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Okay. Fine.
You know?
Sure. Let's leave it.
We'll just leave it. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. Where does this start? Llama Flu says easily Cusco. Please, guys, do this for me. And Magic in Michigan say digital hair on the rock sounds a little scary. Caden votes for Maleficent. Haley and Tommy say, unfortunately, she's serving up some fried llama.
Who are you voting for?
Maleficent.
Same.
So sorry, Llama Floof. She has an Achilles heel somewhere. She's got to have one, Llama Floof thinks. Amy votes for Cusco. Llama Floof says that Cusco sweeps. Kay votes for Maleficent. Yeah, too powerful. What about spit in her eyes? Jason votes for Maleficent. Magic in Michigan says that she's going to take this for sure. Cusco wins in a close one. I don't know. She seems pretty weak. Maleficent. See, Hercules could knock her out. That's my thing. I think that this was just, again, like the draw of it.
Okay.
Where, I don't know.
We'll see.
Who says Cusco takes down Prince Philip, so he takes down the dragon. Hey, it can't end like this. I'm so sorry. And Happy Travel Vlogs votes for Maleficent.
That was just wrong.
I didn't know that it was going to happen. It's randomized.
It's wrong.
It's random.
It's wrong.
This is not. I would love nothing more than for Cusco to make it as far as he could.
This is it.
I'm so sorry. Maleficent is moving on.
Recount the votes. Okay.
Mulan versus Maui. See, like my thing that's going to come in here is like could Mulan beat Prince Philip? I think so. So maybe she could stand a chance against Maleficent. So could Maui. Maui took down a whole island with Moana's help, but I don't know. Mulan versus Maui. Which way do you want to go, Heidi? This one's kind of hard, I feel.
I'm voting for Maui. I feel like Maui's pretty strong.
I agree. I think that he's kind of slept on a little bit. I think that he, you know, I'm voting Maui. Cusco. I'm voting Maui. You as well? I think this one's pretty close, though. I think, again, like in hand-to-hand combat, I think that Mulan's probably the best on this bracket with like a weapon and like a warrior. But again, Maui can shapeshift, magic, strong. So Maui for me. Llama Floof wants us to recount the votes. Do you want to recount?
You can.
And change all the votes.
You can, Brandon.
How about this, Llama Floof? In your heart, Cusco like beats her. Just like picture in your head. If it's Cusco in a ring and Maleficent's dragon in a ring, or she's just herself and then changes, you could like envision Cusco spitting at her and kicking her, and then it's done. Maybe in an alternate reality, Cusco beats Maleficent.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Not in this bracket. So sorry. Kennedy votes for Maui. So does Kay. Steve says, who win the fight in your... Sorry. I had a moment and then a cough. Who wins the sorry. In our house, who would win a fight? Right? Me or you? You. Heidi's got that dog in her. For sure. And Heidi's quick. I'm big and slow.
It's like Sully against.
It's like Sully
Mulan.
against. Okay. Take it easy. I kind of am like a Sully, though. I feel.
I'm like a Mulan.
You're like
Look
a
at me.
Mulan. Llama Floof is voting for Cusco. Magic in Michigan vote for Maui. Haley and Tommy vote for Maui. The shape shifting is what gets him the W. Caden votes for Maui. Steve and Happy Travel Vlogs and Kim all voting for Maui. Jason says Steve will vote on Heidi versus Brandon at the end. Agreed. I'm excited to see that outcome. Magic in Michigan says it'd be interesting to see Maui versus Hercules, Battle of the Demigods. Agreed. True. Maui beats Mulan. Amy votes for Maui. And thank you for the coping. Hopefully that helps you. I'm sorry. We could do another bracket of like the losers. Maybe Cusco will win that one. I don't mean losers negatively. It's just the facts.
You mean the losers of this bracket, or you mean like the weak people?
The weak ones, like we had said before.
Then why'd you call them losers?
Well, because in this bracket they are.
That's so mean.
I don't think he's a loser. Jason votes for Maui. Maui is moving on to go up against Maleficent. Now, I think...
I'm voting for Maui.
So am I. I agree.
I think that he could take Maleficent, actually.
Can Cusco get an automatic bid in the next knockout bracket? That'll make me feel a lot better. Sure. We'll put Cusco in the next one. He comes back for a redemption. See, I think this is Maui. And I think that people are going to agree.
Yeah, lots of people are agreeing.
I just think that, like, on the surface, yeah, she's a dragon and stuff. But again, like, not very agile. Like, I don't think that she flies around. She stands there and breathes fire. In Fantasmic? Yeah. No. Like, and Maui can shapeshift and like fly around and strong. I think that he would take her down. Mm-hmm. So I'm voting Maui. Agreed? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what everybody has to say. Haley and Tommy vote for Maui. So does Kennedy and Amy. And Magic in Michigan say Cusco is the winning loser. Ouch. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call him a loser. I feel bad. Jason says, with the hook, I think that Maui wins. Maui for the win. Maleficent says Caden. Happy Travel Vlog says Maui. And Kim votes Maleficent. And Llama Floof is happy that Cusco can make a return. I got you. Just for you. Yeah. Again, I was kind of worried about putting her in this, like I had said before. But I just did think that people could take her down. Like, on surface level, she's scary. It's a dragon. But like, the right matchup, I think, like in this instance, will take her down. So Maui is moving on. Maui and the hook to go up against the beast.
This is interesting.
Interesting. Again, I think that like Maleficent's kind of downfall is, even though she's big, she's like slow as the dragon, right? Like, she's not very agile. The beast is like very agile. And I know he doesn't have magic, but like I don't know. I guess that Maui could turn into like some kind of thing like that as well.
Yeah, I'm voting for Maui because I think that he has it in him.
I think, in fact, like, I think, okay, if we're breaking this down, the beast, because this is like our final round here, the beast like has like the anger on his side, like deep down angry. Maui's got the hook and the magic, but then it's like once you get face to face, like, I mean, he's also pretty strong. I don't know. I'm gonna vote Maui as well. Maui, the hook, the strength. He's also pretty agile. He like jumps around and stuff. But I think this one might be close. We shall see. Amy votes, or sorry, where am I at? Maui is finally getting intimidated. Beast for the win, says Llama Floof. Amy votes for the beast, and so does Kennedy and Caden. All voting for the beast. Haley and Tommy say Maui, pound for pound, they're the same, but Maui has powers. Steve votes for Maui. Jason says Maui with hook beats strength only. Happy Travel Vlogs votes Maui. Llama Floof says that Maui tries to taunt too much and ends up losing. Magic in Michigan say Maui. The beast is just an angry prince. Outside of his fight for home / princess, he's out. There you go. I think it's going to be Maui. Mm-hmm. Intriguing. Again, if we like this bracket, I'm going to put this out here. We can do more of these because there's so many characters.
Yep.
And maybe you have like recommendations of a character that you want to see in the bracket. Leave them below. Leave them in the comments if you're watching this after. But for this round, as Kim has said, Maui is the winner of round 1, potentially, if we do more of these, of our Disney knockout brackets. Everybody had a good run. Any surprises of who made it pretty far for you? Or some characters who you like that you were like rooting for that we're glad that we had in here, like Perry?
Yeah, I like Perry.
Perry was a good one. Yeah. Where am I at here? Caden says princesses. I was gonna put like more of them in here, and I think that next round I will, but I had to put Elsa in here because I think that she fits this very well.
Yeah.
You know, like Rapunzel's a good one. She's got the like frying pan and stuff, but Maui's our winner of this bracket. Very fun. Llama Flu says Cusco already gets an automatic bid, so part 2 has to happen. I do feel slightly odd. Yes, Violent. I agree. It's odd. It's not very on brand for us, you know?
Yeah.
We're more like, you know, it's always sunny and happy. So, but I think, again, like when I don't really think about it too much, it's just like, oh, it's just like a little battle, and like the beast gets knocked down, but he's still okay.
Yeah.
You know, can get up and leave. Magic Michigan say we were too late, would have fought for Hercules. Baymax would be a good inclusion, and maybe Robin Hood. They were both in this bracket, actually. I don't know if we can see it on here, but Robin Hood went up against, who did he go up against? Like, I don't like remember. Actually, now I'm trying to look. Oh, I'm against Panda May and the Beast. And then Baymax went up against Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. Human sidekicks, animal sidekicks. Yeah, we can include lots of those. So we'll have to do a part 2. We'll add more characters in, which is so exciting. I'm going to pull up something here. I don't know where I put it right here. And I'm going to like bring it over to this side to kind of some things to stay tuned for with us, which is exciting. We're super excited about some stuff that's coming this week to our channel and the next weeks to come. 90s Disney cartoon battle. Very, very fun. I love it. Magic Michigan says Ember would be a good inclusion too from Elemental. Very fun. On our channel yesterday, we posted Heidi's birthday vlog from Disney World. And you can see in this thumbnail, we did so many fun things. We won some dinos at the Dino Games. Rode on the best ever safari with Gracie. We had some snacks at Epcot. Tried some pizza, watched the fireworks with the princesses, rode Heidi's favorite rides. It was a great day. So definitely check it out.
Funny.
Super funny moments in there as well, which I will say, I think that the vlogs always have like little moments where we just like editing them and watching them back. We just like laugh so much. And Caitlin and Austin in this vlog, which a lot of vlogs are very funny. And that's what I'll say about that one. So stay tuned for this, or sorry, check out this vlog if you missed it, because that one was posted yesterday. And then coming to our channel this week, which we're going to hopefully film tomorrow in the morning before we leave to go watch a Santa Claus parade, which is so fun, is our Magical Castle little package that we got from them, which is so kind and so sweet. If you didn't know, we're branders for them, and we love them so much. They're just the best ever. And like we said earlier, check out their shop, because today is Small Business Saturday, and you can check out their shop for 20% off. I have one of their hats on right now, this little like Donald gingerbread hat. Super great stuff over there, so check them out. And then I'm also filming a haul / a chat about the Disney Cultural Exchange Program / college program that I did over the summer. Mike is so funny. Looking forward to the mall vlog. We went to the mall with Mike and Sarah.
And Mike said, "Are you filming this?"
And we did not.
No.
That is so funny. But
next time when we go to America with you guys, we'll be sure to
cross the border. We're gonna do a vlog again, which we're gonna do hopefully like in the next like few weeks. I think before Christmas, we definitely want to go across the border again, because like Trader Joe's has Christmas stuff now and all that stuff. But I'm gonna film a video with a haul of my cast member exclusive stuff and other things that I picked up, and also do a chat about the cultural exchange program. Like, ooh, we want a mall vlog. Very funny. And Sarah doesn't know who that is. Godzilla. Very funny.
Godzilla against Sarah Bear.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Is it okay? Me versus Heidi. Who wins in a battle? Leave it in the chat. Again, what are you going to factor in? What skills? What skill sets?
I'm quick. I'm smart.
Oh, you're vouching for yourself. I thought they were just going to interpret.
I'm telling them what else is good. But you're strong. Yeah, but I'm fast if you can't catch me.
Yeah.
And you'll get tired.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Oh, so what's going on? I hate this. I'm like,
we look really tired.
yeah, and I have like a huge red dot on my nose,
gosh,
which
I'm
is
tired.
like just horrible. So sorry for this appearance.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a sweep. Let's be real, guys. It's okay.
Get the
broom out.
the
Sorry,
broom.
Brandon. Heidi would win for sure. Fear the bird. The beard, very funny. No, it's got to be Heidi. My money's on Heidi. But yeah, so stay tuned for the Magical Castle haul and check out all the stuff that they got us. I'm so excited to open it. Cannot wait. I have no clue what's in there.
Yeah, can we open it now?
We can show like the package.
No, I meant like after this. Let's film it.
Maybe we could. And then, like I said, that like chatty little haul where like I'm going to talk about like my location, some little things, applications. Like I said, I think on our last live opened up for
opened and closed
the cultural exchange and then closed like 5 days later.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quick. But again, I'm going to chat about that a little bit. Got some questions about that program, which is fun. And if you have any questions about it or just like things that you want to know, please leave them on this like live or any videos and I'll get to them. But I have some questions that I'll answer there. I'm going to show some stuff. Again, I got some cast member exclusive stuff, which is really, really fun. Some things that like were memories from my program. I'll talk about some stories and kind of show off like stuff that you get from Disney for doing the program and that kind of thing. And then again, we'll have like some vlogs to come of the one of like the border crossing. And then some little things like before Christmas, but our background's all set up. We got our tree almost all done, which is fun. And then like Heidi said earlier, we went to see some movies, which again, if you have some thoughts about them, please leave them here. We went and saw The Marvels, which in my opinion is getting too much hate. I thought it was great. Loved it. Super fun. Great action. Loved the characters all together. The fight scenes were so good.
There was some weird parts.
Yeah, which is fair.
That's okay.
But I just think, again, that it's kind of like Marvel's in a tough spot. And I hope that they can get out of it because I really do think that some stuff as of lately has been great. Like Loki was great. The Marvels was great. And then we saw the Hunger Games last weekend.
Woo!
The Ballad of what's called the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah.
And it was great as well. And it got us like watching the Hunger Games. We watched like the first one and I watched Catching Fire. Me too. You the most out of the two of us. And then
I sing the songs all day and I just love it.
And then last night we went and saw Wish, which go see Wish.
Watch it.
Oh my. Again, a movie that's getting a lot of hate. I went and saw like the critic like score is like a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Like, I don't understand.
People online saying it's a horrible movie. What a flop. Again, maybe you feel that way, which I was pleasantly surprised. Again, because of seeing all that, my like expectations weren't crazy high. The music is so good. The characters are so good. I don't know. I like was emotional.
Like we've been listening to the music of that.
Yeah, which one? The like
we've been singing.
Like What I Know Now, like whatever, like Know Now or whatever.
Oh my
like that
gosh.
one is so good. And again, I think like when you like watch it, there's like messages that we kind of like interpreted or thought that they were like trying to get across. And if those are true, I think it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
I really, really do. And stay through the credits, watch the credits and watch the end after the credits. If you do go see it. If not, when it comes out on Disney Plus, please watch it. No, because it's just so good. I feel like, again, like I think that people are kind of down on Disney movies and stuff, or just like Disney in general. Like the general, like I know that all of us here obviously like love Disney. We'll go see the new stuff and watch it on Disney Plus and go to the parks. But I just think like Marvel and Disney and all those kind of like brands are having a hard time. And I also loved, we saw it and there was more people there than I thought that there was going to be. And it was a lot of kids. And I loved seeing the movie with kids there. It was very fun. Cute. And seeing like their reactions and like they were laughing and like, yeah, it was just a great time. So that's our little movie rant and chat. Like Llama Flu says, Wish deserves so much better. I loved it. I agree. Songs are great. Super great movie. But yeah, we're going to hopefully go live again in December. December is very busy. Next weekend, we're hopefully going to be doing maybe the border trip potentially, or the weekend after, maybe something like that. But stay tuned on YouTube in videos. I always put if we're going live with like a little graphic or in like the community tab sometimes. And then on Instagram, of course, in our story is the best place to find when we're going live. But again, We have some stuff planned as well. And then we're almost at the end of the year, which is wild that it's going to be 2024. And of course, we'll do like more stuff and have exciting stuff planned for the new year, which is fun. But live streams are not going anywhere. They're so fun and so great. So thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate you all so much. Sorry that we were like a little bit late. We had like just like the best time. We love hanging out with you all here every second Saturday. It's so fun and just a great time. So we hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for another live stream. Be so fun.
Yes. And remember, it's always sunny. I didn't know if I do that on the lives or not.
You do. And then it always takes like a little while for it to like end the stream. Okay. But yeah, thanks for all hanging out with us. Bye. Love you all so much.